Hey guys, I wanted to talk today just really quickly about a couple of questions that you can ask yourself when you're facing any situation in order to receive some sort of clarity as to why or how it's occurring. Now, if you're not aware about creating your own reality, then this might not be for you, or it may provide a little bit of insight about how this can actually be occurring. So, this powerful question when you think about a situation that you're in or how somebody's making you feel. And it is all about how you feel about the situation. What emotion or feeling is being felt about the current situation. So when you're able to tap in, you might receive a feeling or an emotion such as anger. And this is very, very common because anger is a really good go-to when we want to put up a block or a barrier to our actual hurt inside. So when we're dealing with the emotion or the feeling of anger, we need to go into a process of allowing that anger. So we can close our eyes down, we can feel into our body, and we can allow that anger by saying yes. By saying yes and encouraging in a non-judgmental way, encouraging the feeling and the energy of that anger to rise. Now, anytime the anger wants to have words with it, wants to have a person attached to it, that is also fine. However, it is very, very important to be the one leading this process as you and allowing to concentrate on the feeling. So, as we're allowing and feeling this anger, it's very common that as we were raised, we were taught to not express anger or not to feel anger, or we shouldn't be angry. So the power within allowing this energy to travel through us means it removes that layer and often that defense mechanism that is protecting the true hurt that lives underneath it. Because when someone makes us angry, there is a reason within us that's been triggered. It can be anything from a boundary to an experience in our past, to a trauma, to reminding us of somebody. There's so many different reasons why the feeling of anger can be ignited. And we never do away with anger or feel like we shouldn't be feeling it, because it is this beautiful way that our body can tell us there's something going on within us or something isn't right. Now, I can't think of an experience at all that wasn't hiding. There wasn't something hiding underneath this anger. So, as we're in this process, if it is anger, allowing, saying yes, nodding to the feeling of this anger as it arises, allowing it. Anytime the mind wants to grab it and project it to somebody, just going back to the feeling, going back to the personal experience. So personal experience meaning how it's directly affecting you. And not the story, the energy. How is the energy affecting you? And once we are able to allow that anger to be there, it starts to disintegrate. It starts to expand and disappear as it's allowed. Now, if we take the time and sit through this in what's known as a process of transcendence, so we are transcending the anger, we are allowing it and therefore releasing it, then what we may find underneath is a different emotion or a different feeling. Now, this could have been being protected by the anger, but this is often where the core wound hides. This wound is the key to unlocking these outbursts of anger, because without this core wound, there won't be the anger needed to protect it. So once we get to this point where we can then feel, recognize, and allow this core wound to be seen and felt, we start another process in which it's of high importance that you continue to be the observer or the one that's leading the process. Because often this can be a held memory, even a repressed memory, that could be very painful. Now, if you can step into the role of the counselor just for this process, or the healer, whatever you want to call it, just for this process, to be that third party, but to be allowing the process to exist and happen through you, it is very, very powerful. Now, in this role, we kind of need to be two people at once. We need to be the one that's in pain by allowing the feeling to transcend through us, welcoming, accepting, whatever that, and it's usually the inner child, whatever that experience is presenting to us, we need to allow them to express themselves the way that they never got to. Then, as the guide, as the teacher, as the counselor, we then hold space with unconditional love, acceptance, and encouragement, reminding them that it's okay. Not as in it's okay, we're going to fix it, or it's fine. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to feel how you do. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be annoyed. It's okay to be throwing a tantrum. Whatever they want to do, allowing that process to occur within you. And this is the way we can begin to let go of these pockets of energy and these distortions that live within our field that are creating these situations in our life. Because when we have these distortions, the universe works to present them to us constantly, which means manifesting experiences in order to show us that that distortion exists within our field. So, using this process, we can allow ourselves to move through these experiences. Of course, sometimes some of them are very difficult to face on your own. So always feel free to reach out. My details are in the description. However, I really hope this helps. It's such a gentle process that you can take time and really sit with yourself to allow yourself to see what's underneath with no judgment, love, and acceptance.